to another episode of the KeyZ Method. I'm KeyZ, and I'm here today with a good friend, a graphics art designer, a creator, a musician. He's in Austin, Texas, and just somebody who's really a major key behind the music industry to a lot of bands and artists. Say hello to everybody, Fuman.
Hello, everyone. My name is Fuman. How you doing?
Yeah, thank you so much for joining the KeyZ Method, man. I'm really excited to talk to you today because I feel like you bring a real big bomb to the music industry, and I don't even know if you know how explosive you are. But I'm saying that once you know, I might be a little bit biased because you've created some work for me, but
I think so.
you just bring so much in a different light and perspective, I feel, to the music industry. And it's not only through sound, which we'll talk about, but it's also through actual physical art, graphics, and design. So tell me just a little bit before we jump into that. Like, tell me a little bit how long you've been doing it and how did you even get into doing graphic design?
Okay. I've been freelance graphic designer for almost 10 years. How I get into it? Actually, before that, when I was a kid.
I was gonna say you hadn't been drawing.
No, you're surprised, but no. I mean, actually, when I was a kid, for 6 years, I did Japanese calligraphy, like using a brush.
Right.
With because of my mom was a calligraphy teacher.
Okay, very
cool. So 6 years, every day I had to write certain Japanese character. But anyway, that was a start, I think, creating something, some you can see it in beautiful lines and those kind of things. But after that, I was into sports, I was into music. The design things back on the burner. I was drawing some tiny sketches. It was
never a priority.
Yeah, or I never practiced ever. I never thought about I'm gonna make money with those kind of things.
Right.
But I always loved album jacket, album cover, the music, any of them. I mean, not any of them. Especially you can see, this is a drawing or painting.
Just like the album cover, like
yes,
the first
album covers.
Okay.
Totally. And also, I loved some sketches. How do you call the picture in a story in a book?
Yeah,
there is some drawing, some little tiny things, right?
Yeah.
Somehow I loved it, and usually that picture go along with the story. Mm-hmm. So with that, I'm reading a story. I could tell something from that.
Right.
So that I can create my own story in a way. So that was a start to loving graphic arts and the drawings and stuff. Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. You say you did the Japanese, the calligraphy, or now is that the same thing you see a lot of people kind of getting now on their maybe even tattoos or just that lettering with the.
Well,
or is it something totally different? Maybe what I'm thinking.
No, I think some of people using the Chinese character, Japanese character onto as a tattoo. Lettering. Yes, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So take it from that, like you said, it was never really a priority for you. You was into sports, and so I mean, I'm just trying to wrap my head around for somebody that might have a talent just like you, because I mean, now fast forward a little bit. Now you are kind of, I don't know if you do it as much as you want or just on the side, but now you kind of do that graphic design. So when did the link come back from, hey, it's not really a priority to, now I decide to maybe take on some projects?
It's interesting. I guess
when I first started getting paid for it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, first, I guess 10 years ago, when I look at, some of the graphic design or album cover designs, for the band I'm in, that somebody created, some other designer created. I was like, wow, okay. And then how much we paid? Oh, no, please. Oh, no, okay. I'm sorry if I say something to the artists to create our album, but same time I feel like I could do something, and I'm interested for a long time, but I never grabbed the pen or I never grabbed the software. I never get into it, so maybe I can do.
Right.
Yeah, that was a start.
For a personal need then first.
Yeah, but at the same time, also probably I needed something more besides music. Probably express something.
Got you.
Something.
Definitely. So, what were some of your favorite album covers, or that you maybe inspired you a little bit?
There's lots of them.
I know it's always hard when people ask, like, "What's your favorite song?" And I'm like,
yeah,
I have so many. I really don't have a favorite song.
True. Okay, I want to say that blues player, guitar player named Sunseal. Okay, so his I think first album cover was, I think it could be coming from some picture, but I think some modified it, but it's really nice bluish, grayish and white, and coming from this angle that he playing like this, like almost like a fish lens using it. So that was like, wow, this is great, but it looks like a picture, but it doesn't look like a picture. Well, that could be it, but also there's tons of album.
Sure.
Yeah, album.
Man, cover. just you even talking about the angles.
Mandrill's album cover, or lots of funk, those kind of things.
So too. The funk and the blues inspired.
Yeah, or even beyond that, movie posters.
Oh, okay,
I loved movie posters. You remember that? It could be this a little bit different, but when I was growing up in a movie theater, everything was hand drawing.
Right.
It was not a poster or anything.
Right.
So that could be started too.
Right.
Looks like her. No, it doesn't look like that actress, but looks cool.
Right. That's the first thing when I first came across your work. That's what I noticed. I was like, sometimes you go through people's graphics and it's like, okay, that's cool. Swipe, that's cool, that's good, and then it's like, wait, go back. This one's saying something to me. Let me take time and actually read the picture and see what it was. What is it saying to me now? When we work together, I was like, just do what you do, because I know you're going to create something that people are going to be like, oh wait, I didn't see that the first time. There's some little details in there. So where does that side come from? Because I mean, it's detailed, but it's not ever too much. So where do you find your balance of knowing when to stop on a creation? Because it is
when
art.
to stop.
When to stop.
The actual the whatever the design.
The project, yeah. So when you have a project, I mean, it seems like you kind of put your soul into it. So I mean, you want it to be perfect.
I mean, as a music too, if I'm playing solo part, probably I don't care. I care. I play how I want to play.
Right, it's what you feel.
And spotlights, right? But when you are not on the spotlight, you don't put yourself so much, right?
Right.
I mean, less is more is, I feel, for a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
So I put a goal first in the design. What I want, what's the goal of making this design first?
Sure.
So he wants this one, she wants this one. So that's what I think first. And more than that, I don't think it's necessary to put in there. So I just want to give an audience to put some room to think about, okay, why this symbol is here? Oh, because of that.
Right.
That's kind of finding something interesting things, like kind of, ooh, okay. Oh, this tied to this.
Right. Yeah, it all
So
connects
yeah,
together
once
really well.
yeah, I accomplish that and make a story, and the people can tell what it is. Then
Hmm.
okay, that's the end of my process. Okay, that's that. Like really simple, but it's said a
Right. So
lot already.
I think that's a talent within itself. Especially me growing up creating, I felt like if I had to put everything in there. I had to put
Yeah,
everything in there for it
I
to
know
feel
what you're saying
complete.
though.
And I think it's really I, I think you found that skill of that balance of, like I said, finding that less is more, but really making that less be a big thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not
Cause
easy. I just want to say that's
really, oh, yeah, I mean, I'm sure you are creating super great music, so I'm sure you're doing it without
Oh,
really
I mean,
realizing
now
it.
when it comes to music, I mean, now, yeah, I
It's the
mean,
same thing. It's
yeah,
the
for
same
sure, for
things.
sure,
It's the
for
same
sure.
things. Music and the design, to me, creating processes, I feel like it's totally the same.
So you're also a guitar player, and you play around and you play in bands. Tell me a little bit about that. Did the guitar come before the graphics, or did your mom make you play guitar, or you might play other instruments
No.
too? I don't know.
In the studio for my record, I played a bass couple in a couple tracks, but I am not a bass player, but I am a guitar player. Um, first I pick up the first guitar I picked up was I was uh, 10.
Okay,
I didn't own that one. My friend of mine's brother owned that one.
had to borrow
No,
his
it's not even.
guitar.
I just go to his house and sneaked in and played a little
Start
bit.
plucking. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the yeah. That's the first time. Yeah.
Did was it any bands or anybody influence you then? Some blues
That
players or
that time, I was not into blues at all.
hmm.
I was
I
into
would never thought that. I figured it was from
heavy
day
metal.
one. Oh, heavy metal. Okay,
Yes, I mean
interesting.
hard rock. I mean, I still listen thrash metal.
Quite often, that's still in the rotation.
Yeah, yeah.
So you started playing at 10, and I guess you stuck with it. You had your band and uh, played a little bit. So how was it? Because you're in Austin, so how was it transitioning here? Did you just go right into finding a band, or for the guys that are kind of maybe transitioning, maybe what's your process of going through that phase of doing music?
In Austin?
Yeah, in Austin.
Okay, so in Austin, I came here in 1994. I was really into blues. That's why I moved here from Japan.
Okay.
And yeah, the first thing was I was blown away by how people can play fast. I thought I could be star really quick because I'm foreigner. First of all, I'm Japanese. I thought it could be like kind of more difference in the people
Right.
like me.
Right.
And I can play. I thought, but when I went to jam session, so I was 21. At that time, like there is a 16 or 15 or 12 years old boy or kid come with the parents and the playing like, holy, wow. I was
Yeah, it was blown away. There's a lot of talent in Austin for sure. A lot of great musicians.
yeah. So actually, I can say I lost my confidence.
Mm.
Why I'm here now? I thought I I had a big dream, and then looking at that, and I'm like, wow, lost the confidence. But at the same time, like, man, okay, I gotta practice
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
and keep going back to the blues jam session. Of course, if you cannot play really well, the host, doesn't call you until last.
Right.
Even you sign up really fast. I mean, on the first line of the notebook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but at least I did a couple years like that, and then gradually, oh, you're unique. Why don't you play with us? That was a start.
So do you think anybody moving here now, you encourage them to just kind of stick with it? If they have that in the same shoes, to just find that community and keep practicing and stick with it?
Yeah, if you like to do it, love to do, that's what you want to do, then yeah, don't give it up. Don't give up. If you can give it up, then that's it. You
Sure.
you find something else. You can put your heart, soul into.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I mean, we just went through this year, the pandemic and the quarantine season.
Mm-hmm.
How did that affect you at all with your graphics and possibly with your music at all? Like, did that play a role in how you worked in the music, with your music or your art?
First, the music part.
Mm-hmm.
I lost, of course, everyone lost a
some
gig.
gigs, yeah.
Yes. I had, few regular gigs, which is making my rents and sometimes like that, but that's gone. And graphic, at that time, so that was a March.
Mm-hmm.
First lockdown
Right.
hit to the Austin. Main clients I had was mostly the club, all the musicians or the artists.
Right.
So they don't have a gig, so I don't have a
You
gig.
don't have, yeah.
So
It's a ripple effect.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was really tough first couple months. No, more than that actually.
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5 months. It was really hard. But I don't be I'm actually being, I like being alone to do some work or something, even practice too.
Yeah.
I don't mind to being alone and then do something. So I kind of enjoyed stay in my house
Yeah.
and do things, and I practice a lot of drawing at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and play
You
guitar
said it
too.
gave you time to kind of perfect some other little
Yeah,
things and change your pace.
true. I thought about how many times in my life have this kind of opportunity to not dealing with anybody,
Yeah.
not dealing with any dramas, just isolate myself, just doing something like I love to do 24 hours. And that's impossible, but most of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So right, it was hard for financially, but that's
I think that was the big thing that for obviously yourself, I think for myself too, and for a lot of people who kind of really just accepted where we were as an economy in a whole, is we took a hit financially, but everything else, if you looked at it the a different way, approached it differently,
yeah,
the cup could actually be more half full than half
true.
empty.
Right,
You
you lose something, but
Yeah.
I'm sure you gain a lot.
Yeah, you lose a little bit of money, but you gain time.
Yeah, you gain right, exactly.
All right, yeah.
And
And
lots
what you
of
do with your
creation.
time,
Yeah.
I think that's what
So
we're
that
it's going to bring you your happiness or whatever, And that's kind of cool that you said that, because I think, once again, so many people, like, we should look to ourselves for happiness sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Or look to something in where it doesn't have to be necessarily ourselves, but as musicians and artists, I'm a music producer. Sometimes we look to the Billboard, we look to these clubs, we look to bands, we look to the, a venue, a promoter, somebody for happiness. Oh, I gotta play. Yeah, that's fine. Definitely, I'm going crazy without playing right now. I'm itching to play
right.
for
I'm sure.
But definitely find that time if you are forced to. Like I said, we were forced to not play for all those months. It's kind of cool that you like, what, I can still excel in different areas. And I feel like you're actually gonna come out stronger. Coming out of
I
this
hope so.
this pandemic.
Yeah, I think.
Your art's gonna speak for itself. I mean,
That's wonderful. You know, the Bruce Lee always saying like, "Be water, my friend."
yeah.
Be water.
Just be water. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was. I thought about, okay, this is a great, time to actually practice.
Yeah.
Cause, I mean, I get really depressed if I don't play. I mean,
Sure.
yeah, cause that was the. Main thing is like I feel myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get the power from the great energy from the audience and playing with the good people, and then like, wow, I'm doing something.
Yeah.
I'm useful, But like, so I yeah.
Have you taken on since March? Have you taken on? I know here in Austin, it's so many venues, and some of the venues are starting to roll back with live music. Have you gotten back out with your band or by yourself anything and played since this pandemic started?
Since March, I did, I think, 4 shows. Yeah.
What's the difference in now versus
Of course,
back then?
the mood or the vibe in a club or the place, venue is different because most of the gig, the 3 out of 4 gig I did was daytime, first of all, and outside, and everybody is socially distanced.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like late night and everybody drunk and party.
Right.
It's not that feel at all. But everybody's like, yeah, they're good.
Right.
Hey, baby, because of family, so that kind of thing. So it's different. Also, you have to wear masks. It's kind of, it's not kind of, it is really uncomfortable.
So definitely the energy, and it's not there like it used to be.
That's so far, I thought that way. Yes.
So just your opinion on it, and only time will tell. But do you see, next year, maybe summertime, or just I don't want to put a time frame on it, but do you see Austin, since you've been here a while, do you see Austin ever becoming Austin again, the live music capital of the world? And for those who are maybe haven't been to Austin is very unique. If you've been to Seattle, there's tons of music there. If you go to Tennessee, Memphis, there's Beale Street. If you've been to New Orleans, there's Bourbon Street there, and the French Quarter. So but Austin is similar to that. But there's a street called 6th Street, and there's 4th, 5th, and 6th. But there's 6th Street where it's just literally on both sides, block to block to block, building to building to building. Hundreds and hundreds of clubs and venues that every single night have live music. And a lot of live musicians move here to Austin because it gives them a great opportunity to play. It gives them a great opportunity to connect with the community. You can play original songs, cover songs, and basically the whole community supports that.
Almost any type of music.
Man, it's any
That's
type
the
of music.
interesting part.
Rock.
Right.
I'm talking. I have people from all over the world, New York, LA, from the big music towns as well, be like, man, I've never seen anything quite like Austin. Austin is definitely unique.
Quite unique.
But my fear is, I guess this would be anywhere. From just your experience from doing graphics and playing in the live music scene, I think we'll still have a big thumbprint on the live music scene. But I'm just a little skeptical of the major impact we'll have, with so many venues, because it's still kind of crazy for somebody who's never been to Austin to walk down 6th Street right now, right? Mm-hmm. But for us on a Friday, Saturday night,
right?
I'm just a little curious.
Oh, yeah. Also, right? Maybe curious because of the coronavirus.
Yeah, I just think so. I think Austin, the circumstances of how our city was built with the music venues,
they're
they
closing.
kind of hit it. They got hit pretty hard because they couldn't
True.
open back up
Right.
with the not being an essential
Mhm.
business, which really rippled effect not only to the musicians. That's what I'm saying, but it kind of rippled effect through the whole town, the whole community.
Yeah.
Kind of suffered from that.
I want to say right. It's right. It's gonna be tough. I don't think it's gonna be same.
Mm-hmm.
Also another reason is not only a coronavirus, but also Austin become little different city than 10 years ago or 20 years ago because of lots of
big
major
business,
big business comes in.
Companies,
So business comes in, lots of people coming from outside, which meaning housing, rent, taxes, and everything gonna skyrocket. Right? So it's hard. I mean, and then I don't want to complain, but I will complain. I mean, musicians' pay is not much increased from 20 years ago or 10 years ago. We are pretty much same, as a gigging person though. I mean, gig to gig person. So but the rent is getting high. It's kind of
rent does go up every year.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to live in Austin as artist.
Mm-hmm.
Not only a musician, I'm sure. Not painter, whoever that it is,
Right.
So I myself start considering I may have to move out from Austin because I'm not sure if I can, afford.
Right.
As just
the cost of living is.
Yeah, as like this,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course I have to, my levels up so that I can do more. But
Right. Yes, it's very interesting, and that's a conversation that a lot of people are having right now with the city. Trying to talk to musicians. I mean, trying to figure out ways to cope with that huge problem right now. How can we, we as musicians, Austin is known basically off the back of musicians. That's where you get the title, live music capital of the world. You can't have music without musicians.
True.
So
True.
it's definitely a collaboration of both parties. We're definitely not, I'm definitely saying we need each other, and I think it's going to definitely take a collaboration from all parties, from every single body involved in Austin, in the music scene, on the marketing, just everybody, our tourist scene, to really figure out ways to not only just get it back to where it was, but get it in a way that makes it feasible or has to make sense for guys like me and you to continue putting in great
everybody
work.
wins, win-win.
We want a win-win situation.
So I mean, I don't want to say we, as an entertainer,
as an entertainer,
exactly. We provide something. So
it's a service.
I get a service. So balance it out a little bit more.
Yeah, just enough to pay some rent would be nice.
Well, I want to have more.
A little bit more, right?
Yeah, I have to go back to Japan to see my parents.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, plane ticket is not cheap, so yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, I think the good thing with this whole situation is it definitely has put the conversation a little bit more to the forefront. We'll just have to, I guess, wait and see what that conversation really. Well, I hate to see you leave because, I mean, to me, I think for now on with me, you're definitely my go-to guy with graphics. And I know a couple other bands that I know and talk to. They continue using you for their projects. So
thank you.
Just thank you so far what you have continued to bring to the music community, especially Austin. Yes. I mean, I'm pretty sure you do. And you do a lot of corporate stuff too. I mean, I didn't want to limit you to just bands.
Right. I do. I take actually I'm started working in Japanese book publishing company.
Nice.
So start doing book covers and stuff too. That's really interesting.
Okay, big news coming here. All right,
Ah,
okay.
also, can I say that this one? Okay, in the music, my band. Oh, okay. I have a music partner, but our band 35 millimeter, 35 millimeter. We're gonna have new album
Nice.
coming December 6th.
Oh, that's a couple weeks.
Yeah, from Rope a Dope Records. And yes, please check it out.
35
Millimeter, we say 35 millimeter.
millimeter.
No, the millisecond millimeter.
Okay,
meter,
yeah.
millimeter. Yes, here you go.
Okay.
Sorry, my pronunciation.
December the 6th, new project, new album.
Yes, it's really good.
What can they expect from it? What gonna be some blues?
No,
Some
this is more
rock?
like we are really focused on like a cinematic spy movie
Okay.
kind of genre, but it has a groove.
Is
It's
it
nice.
vocals on this or is it instrumental?
It has a vocal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If you're curious right now, right? Please check it.
I am curious, man.
Yes, it's good. I want to say this. It's good. I'm proud of it. Yeah, I love it.
Man, that's exciting. Well, we'll definitely I'll put some links below for the
Yes.
viewer to check it out.
Please check it out.
Definitely, man. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Fuman, for stopping by and just having a conversation with me here on the KeyZ Method.
KeyZ Method.
Yes, is there anything else you want to share or tell people what you have coming up or anything else
Then
you're
I want to
thinking?
say, advertise my design things if you don't mind.
Yeah.
If you need any design, anything, let me know. Please let me know. You can check my website, www.fumanstudios.com. I'm sure that my pronunciation is bad, so I'm going to ask Kris to put some link below.
Yeah, I'll put the link down there below so you can check out
Please.
all of his stuff. And guys, if you ever seen my piano course, it's KeyZ Time Online. This is the guy that did all of my graphics for that. So if you like that, this is the guy for it. Quick turnaround, very affordable, easy to work with. I promise you will not be disappointed. Definitely reach out to him. And be sure on December the 6th to go check out his new project with his band, December the 6th. And I guess that'll be streaming everywhere, right? We'll be...
Yeah. Also, vinyl is available.
Get the vinyl.
Yeah.
Get
and
the vinyl,
CDs,
guys.
Available.
Get the vinyl.
Digital available.
Get the vinyl. Classic.
It's nice. It's nice.
Well, that's awesome, man. Well, once again, thank you so much for taking
Thank
the
you.
time, and thank you for sticking along and watching this video of the KeyZ Method. Until next time, you know what to do. Stay creative. Peace.
Oh,